Hello guys, welcome to the October reading for somebody. I don't know who it will be. I decided to try something different. I did do a few readings back for July, just to commemorate my 1 year of being absent. But, I'm going to do all signs for October. And instead of just randomly picking a sign to start with or going in the order of the month that we're in, I decided that I'm going to pull from my zodiac reading cards. Guys, so let's see. This is going to help me determine who goes first. You already know that you've gone first when you're watching this video, but as of right now, I don't know who's going first. So let's see here. Dear Spirit, please guide me to the sign I need to read tonight. The one that has the most messages for tonight. Guide me to that sign. Yes, guys. I believe it's that simple. Just ask Spirit and go with it, right? Sun in Aries. Aries, it's your night. It's your night, so we're going to let this card, it's called New Beginnings. This reading is about new beginnings, Aries. Your sign is about new beginnings. It's about taking a leap of faith. We're going to see how this card ties into your reading tonight. So, hold on. I just want to tell you, Aries, I have missed you tremendously. You are a fellow fire sign. While I don't have Aries in my chart, I have someone very close to me who is an Aries. So Aries is very, very much dear to my heart. But without further ado, let's get started, dear Aries, okay? We're going to do a reading. It's going to be based on present energies. I always do energy readings, so that doesn't change. So let's see what's in store for you here in October. Okay, a leap of faith, new beginnings. I see dolphins. When I see dolphins, I always think of love, right? I don't know, for those of you who have followed me, I see fighting. What is that about, dear Aries? Fighting. This is the night of air. So fighting is the present energy coming into October. And this jumped out, so I know this is your card. Dear Divine Masculine, is innocence. All right, this is equivalent to the strength, or the Sun Tarot. The Sun Tarot in the Osho deck. Dear Aries, this could be related to a Leo. Okay. This could be related to just somebody who you view as innocent in your life, dear Divine Masculine. Alright. Dear Spirit, please show me the energies for the Divine Feminine Aries. Here in October. And I have the Page of Fire, playfulness. Okay. Somebody's feeling playful this month in October. Dear Aries, Sun in Aries. Now, this can be for any Aries. This could be Sun in Aries. This could be Moon in Aries. This could be Aries rising. Aries, if you're a cusp baby, So if Aries presents very heavily in your chart, perhaps there's a message for you here today. I have conditioning as an evolving energy. This is the Strength Tarot in the traditional deck, okay? Conditioning, Standing out from the crowd, dear Aries? Okay. Seven of Air, politics. All right? Being able to see behind the mask. All right, mask off. No, there's no time for illusion, Oops. All right, let's see here. I dropped too many cards, but this card right here landed all by itself, and it's about compromise. It's the Six of Pentacles. So we're going to go with it because it singled itself out. All right. So let's get started, dear Aries. All right. So coming into the month, I have the, this is the Knight of Air. This is about fighting, okay? This is about fighting against, this could be practically indicating fighting against anything. This can be an internal battle. This can be a battle as it pertains to somebody physically in your environment, okay? I don't know if you can see this, but there's like two people in the background and they kind of like have their hands around each other's throats, and it talks about conflict. The good news about this card is that, you know, at the end of this battle, per se, there is victory, okay? This is also about a message, all right? Maybe a message of discord, all right? A discord between neighbors came to me. A discord within a friendship, a discord within a relationship, a discord within oneself. One trying to discover or find a purpose, find the next steps in your life in some area. Let's try to delve further into this. Like, what is this about, dear Spirit? This Knight of Air, fighting. What is, dear Aries, fighting here in October, moving into October? What is this about? This fighting, this battle, this competition. I'm feeling competition, but I'm also feeling that for many of my dear Aries, it's something that's within yourself. All right, you're fighting something within yourself. So, and I have the Maiden of Water. So this is pretty much equivalent to the Knight of Water. Do you see that dolphin again? Where did we see the dolphin before? We saw the dolphin on your card, right? About new beginnings. All right. So, you know, the Maiden of Air, this is an emotional card. This is the card of love. So what this tells me is that, you know, whatever it is that you're fighting may have something to do with something that is sentimental to you, something that is close to your heart, something that stirs your emotions. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, this lady, she's standing in this pool of water, and the sun is setting in the background, and the dolphins are jumping above her head. And so, you know, it seems to me that this particular lady is coming from a happy place. All right. Are some of my dear Aries fighting something that may seem too good to be true in your life? And as a result, you know, you're having this internal battle. Could it be that some of my dear Aries are in a particular situation where, you know, you could be in a loving, caring relationship, and, you know, it seems like the forces external forces may be pushing against you. It seems like every time you feel like things are going right in your life, something's happening to present an obstacle in your life, and you cannot quite grasp why this is happening in your life. I'm feeling that's coming to me. But we're going to clarify further this Maiden of Water. This, you know, some of my dear Aries have received message of love perhaps from somebody, and you know, maybe they're conflicted because maybe something didn't go as planned in the past, you know, and so maybe there's some bit of conflict going on within you. So what I'm feeling for you, dear Aries, is that much of this fighting that's coming from the Knight of Air is an internal battle for many of my dear Aries, whereas in some cases this will be definitely a physical battle in terms of words or harsh communication as it pertains to love. But let's clarify further the Maiden of Water for my dear Aries here in October, okay? Let's clarify in October. Oh, yeah, okay. So I have the Nine of Swords. So whatever this communication is, you know, like some of my dear Aries definitely had their heart broken at some particular point in the past, all right? They found out something that, you know, wasn't so happy or maybe they dreamed about it or they had a nightmare about it. Nonetheless, okay, you know, it led them to a place, some of my Aries, of loving themselves. It led some of my Aries to a place of actually embracing true love in their life, okay? You were disappointed, and then, you know, you were able to bring in or clear the way so that you were able to bring in a situation that was more loving into your life. And maybe some of my dear Aries are also fighting. You're fighting within because you don't believe what's happening to you based on what's happened in your past. I mean, this is the perfect setup for that, okay? Because in between the fighting card and the Nine of Swords is this beautiful realization. That's what I want to call this. A beautiful realization, okay? Now, I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything when it comes to this card, because this card is so beautiful, okay? I'm just reading from my spirit. But, you know, there could be another message. So I want to make sure that I capture the message that's meant for you. Maiden of Water. Okay? So let me just see really quickly. I know, guys, I hate to, like, yeah, it's the Knight of Water, okay? The Maiden of Water plays amidst dolphins splashing in the water. She promises a fresh, youthful approach filled with positive energy. Yeah, so yeah, some of you guys have met somebody who has sparked this, okay? This is something that, you know, may have been sparked within yourself without exterior stimulation, but I think for many of you, you have entered into a friendship, relationship that's playful, and it was probably in stark contrast to what you were accustomed to, and as a result, you know, you're fighting on the inside. Some of my dear Aries also have entered into a beautiful situation that has presented with some type of competition. So for some of my Aries that may be in a situation where, you know, you innocently enter into a situation or a relationship or a friendship that you thought would turn into something more beautiful. It did. However, there is a sense of fighting. There's a sense of competition for some of you. But most of this is internal. And, you know, the way these cards came out, I'm convinced that it's mostly internal. So also, if you're Aries and you're not sure, understand that a lot of this, if there's some negative energy, is probably coming from you. It could be coming from people whispering in your ear, because communication is highly highlighted here. But for the most part, it's an internal struggle. It's not the reality. Just keep that in mind, all right, if you're not sure about something that's going on in your life right now. But let's move forward with the Divine Masculine, all right? I pulled the Innocence Tarot. Now, this guy, he's sitting here. He has a grasshopper on his finger. He's appreciating the beautiful aspects of life, the beautiful reality that he now sits in. If you are familiar with the Osho deck, this is the Master Tarot guy. He looks like the Master, which is it's not representative of anything in the traditional tarot. However, this card right here is the Sun. The Sun's come out. This is about new beginnings. This is about happiness. This is about raising your awareness. This is about appreciating the innocence in life, because sometimes so much happens to us that we oftentimes don't stop to appreciate the reality of that which exists around us, right? In this picture, this guy, he's sitting under this flower tree, and he is really appreciating this grasshopper. Many times people will walk past this grasshopper and be like, you know, it's just an insect or whatever. Like, it's just nothing to really pay attention to. But as you can see, this guy, he's really paying attention to this grasshopper. He's admiring all the intricate details and the innocence. So innocence is highly highlighted here. The innocence in life. So dear Divine Masculine can be, dear Aries, yourself, or it can be the partner of dear Divine Feminine Aries, okay? This person's very, very appreciative of the little things in life. And maybe some of you aren't used to that, you know. Let's clarify, dear Spirit, in a sense, for my dear Divine Masculine Aries here in October. Please clarify, in a sense, for my dear Divine Masculine. And I have spell casting. Spell casting is equivalent to I believe it's the Magician card. I don't know why I said believe, guys. It's really horrible. I said, but spell casting is about intention, right? Me personally, I'm not one who believes in spells. I think that your intention is the only spells you need. And I think it's super important that, you know, you always have the right intentions in the way that you interact with people, in what you do, okay? This lady, she's spell casting, all right? And this is used to clarify the Innocence Tarot, okay? So this is something, dear Aries, that you've wanted. This sense of innocence, this sense of being able to appreciate the little things in life is something that you've wanted in your life, okay? And it's manifesting, all right? And what this tarot is telling me is that the good things that are happening, this sense of appreciation, this place of peace that you have found, your Divine Masculine, is a result of you setting your intentions, of you spell casting. It's a Master tarot card. It's a major arcana. And so it's telling you that both are major arcana cards. So this is telling me that this is going to be highly highlighted for you here in October, okay? Be careful what you say your intentions are, okay? It looks like most of you will, okay? And as a result, you're going to be able to appreciate things big and small. But we're going to clarify further. Like, what is this about the spell casting, setting your intentions to manifest, okay? Manifestation is highly highlighted for dear Divine Masculine Aries in October. Please clarify spell casting, dear Spirit, for my dear Aries. Oops, this is flipped, so this is definitely your card. And I have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, because you've worked hard, okay? Some of my dear Aries Divine Masculines have received an offer, all right? Could it be that some of my dear Divine Masculines received an offer of love from somebody? Nonetheless, somebody is willing to put in half on what? Half on your livelihood, half on your happiness, half on a relationship. Somebody's willing to meet you halfway, which is depicted as this lady handing you a pentacle, okay? Because of this, you have reached out to the universe through spell casting, and you have set your intentions as to where you want this relationship to go. Dear Divine Feminine, if this is your partner has set the intentions to appreciate every aspect of the relationship, of the situation that you find yourself in, okay? Of the friendship. Now remember, tarot is multifaceted, so this could also indicate something that's going on in your work life, okay? So this intention has been set as a result of somebody giving you something. Some of my dear Aries have received an offer of love. Some of my dear Aries have received an offer of employment, offer of friendship, an offer of sharing in some way that's indescribable. But in general, something that you have set your intention to really capitalize on. You're going to really capitalize and you're going to really expand from this particular situation because somebody is meeting you halfway. That's coming to me, being met halfway, okay? And as a result, you're able to appreciate the little things in life. You're not doing things alone. Like somebody is meeting you. This is a really happy story, all right? This is interesting because it goes back to the cards that I started off with, and it's that, you know, you're fighting something internally because you just can't believe what you've been blessed with. Some of you guys are going after a hard time or a difficult situation or a series of nightmares. Some of you guys are experiencing something that is not what you expected, all right? And as a result, dear Divine Masculine, you're able to appreciate the innocence in life, all right? And this energy is universal because it's also traveling over to the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine has the page of fire coming up, playfulness. This is about being on fire, being, carefree. You see this, it looks like a little clown, right? Juggling or like just really engaging with the sparkles that are all around, appreciating their passions. This is about passion, all right? This is about passionate communication. This is about playfulness. This goes hand in hand with innocence. So if you're the Divine Feminine, you're able to play with your mate. You're able to play with your friend, all right? And you don't feel as stressed about it. You don't feel this tension, all right? And maybe the tension is something that you've been used to, okay, in the past. But that's no longer going to be the case for you, okay? You are playful. You are enjoying the moment. You are living your reality moment to moment. You have nothing to think about, You're not thinking about anything too serious or too stressful. October is going to be a good month for both of you, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. But let's clarify, dear Divine Feminine, this playfulness. Some of you guys will be receiving a communication, all right? It could be an invitation to do something fun, okay? In October. Dear Spirit, please clarify playfulness for the dear Divine Feminine in October. Please clarify. Whew. That's too many cards, guys. I would have pulled it. Oops. And that's definitely too many cards. So I don't know what's going on here. I am really having too much fun, right? So, playfulness for my dear Divine Feminine. What's going on, dear Spirit? What is this about, this playfulness for the dear Divine Feminine Aries in October? Dear Divine Feminine, because you've spent so much time alone. Some of you guys have been, whether it was circumstances that force you to go here, or whether it's a self-imposed isolation. For many of you, it will be a self-imposed isolation. For others, this is a place that you chose to go. This is a path that you chose to go down, all right? And you spent much time there in reflection, in meditation, all right? If you were disappointed in regards to some event that happened in your life, you have come out of it. You are now playful, okay? You are now willing to communicate your feelings and what you're feeling. If you have been hesitant about communicating your needs or wants if you're in a relationship, you're now open and you're communicating that. If you have been hesitant in engaging in a promising friendship or relationship, you're now more playful and willing to engage. You needed that time of reflection. You needed that time of meditation to go within and really understand yourself, okay? This is all about yourself. So this is the Path Tarot, okay? This is equivalent to the Hermit Tarot. This is because you needed some time for self-reflection after some events that happened in your life. But let's get more clarity on the path, dear Aries, okay? You're now ready to engage in life. You have gotten over the hump. You have gotten over any perceived disappointment. And the reason I say perceived disappointment, I say, oh, why did you say perceived disappointment? It was a disappointment. It's because that everything happens for a reason in this life. I have learned this. In the way I was able to learn it is just by observing, okay? I have observed so much in my own life, okay? So this isn't a judgment call. This is something that's happened to me through experience. And I understand that if in my heart, I have pure intentions, all right? Anything I do with pure intent, it might not work out. It would be naive for me to believe that everything I do with pure intent will work out. I could get a new job and I can say I have pure intentions and it doesn't work out and I say, oh, I'm just being naive. No, you're not being naive. You're being led to something better, to something more decent, okay? To something that's more conducive with who you are at this stage in life, all right? Has nothing to do with disappointment. It has nothing to do with you doing something wrong or making the wrong decisions when you have pure intent. When you have pure intent and you ask Spirit to guide you and lead you. And so that's what this shows me. And the path you came, You know, you meditated, you know, you said, okay, God, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I was disappointed. You know, I'm fighting something within myself. You know, I'm fighting some urge. Some of my dear Aries have an urge that they've been fighting, you know, within themselves. And you finally have to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know? Wow, okay. I don't even want to go through this. But since I opened these cards, I feel compelled to go ahead, okay, dear Divine Feminine? So let's just go ahead on and read this story, all right? Because you had a decision to make, all right? All right. A Wheel of Fortune came through. You had a major event happen in the pretty distant past, okay? And this change you had to make a decision, which led you down a path of self-contemplation, self-reflection. I don't usually read cards reverse, but this definitely is important, okay? Four of Pentacles means that you went through a period of time where you were not willing to engage in some way. You were hesitant to engage in a particular situation. You were distrustful in a situation, okay? Four of Pentacles reverse is still hesitation, but not as much hesitation, all right? So perhaps you were in a situation where you were connected, or you were in a situation too deeply to be totally stingy, but you were still pulling back. You weren't being authentic in some way, and then the Wheel of Fortune came in and turned the wheels of fate so that you could get back on the path that you're destined to be on. And as a result, you had a decision to make. A decision was made, and it led you down a path of self-reflection and self-meditation, and now you're pulling out of that cycle and moving into your cycle of playfulness, where you are finding communication easier. You are finding it easier to follow your passions. You're finding it easier to you know, communicate what it is that you feel. And so that's a beautiful, beautiful place to be, dear Divine Feminine Aries, okay? So no matter if you're coming into the month with a bit of fighting within or fighting with others even, okay? Understand that you're going to find your communication, you're going to find your outlet, okay? You're not going to have to deal with whatever situation alone, all right, dear Divine Masculine? You're going to appreciate the little things in life. You're not going, so Divine Masculine and Feminine, you're not going to let whatever issues or conflicts come up change you, all right? You're going to be that ever luminous, ever vibrant, ever fiery sign that you are, okay? So that's very, very encouraging in October, okay? Moving on, evolving energies. Okay, so coming into the month, you may have a bit of fighting, but then I have conditioning, okay? Conditioning is equivalent to the, actually it's equivalent to the Devil Tarot, okay? This is the sign of Capricorn. This is, I don't know if you noticed, this lion here is carrying a lamb, and he's surrounded by sheep, all right? This is about really standing up for what you are. It's about standing up for your values. It's about standing up for your desires. It's speaking your mind. It's not undermining or being undermined by those around you. All right. So this is a very, very powerful card, dear Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine Aries. This is about conditioning. You're not going to be conditioned. You're not going to fall into the crowd, okay? This is the energy of speaking up. If something was bothering you moving into the month, you're now willing to step out of any type of hesitation and really just speak your mind. You have something to say. You want to be heard. And this card also tells me that you're going to be heard. You're not going to let those ropes tie you down. You don't care about not looking correct or being politically correct or being socially correct. You want to speak your truth, and this is what's going to happen, dear Divine Masculine and Feminine Aries, in October, okay? But let's clarify conditioning for you, Aries, in October. What's this about, dear Spirit? Conditioning for Aries, okay? I have the Ace of Pentacles. This is about an idea. You're going to have an idea. Something's going to come to you. You have these seeds, okay? You have the energy of new beginnings, all right? New beginnings. And nobody, so whatever obstacle tries to present itself during this cycle of new beginnings. Remember, where do we see new beginnings? Where do we see new beginnings? See, this is spirit, guys, okay? This is how I know I'm on the right track, all right? Your sign is all about new beginnings. Your card that I pulled earlier, it says new beginnings. This Ace of Pentacles indicates new beginnings. This is about a change in mentality. This is about a change in physical circumstances. This is about a change in emotions. This is about excitement. This is about material manifestation. Some of you guys will have an invitation. You're going to get an invitation to do something, to go somewhere. It could be a job offer. Nonetheless, some material manifestation is coming up for you this month, okay? And it is clarifying the conditioning card. So I have a strong feeling that for many of you, it has something to do with work. For others, it does have something to do with a relationship, okay? And it's based, so you're going to be able to speak your truth because you're going to have this material confirmation about something. For you guys, also, some of you, somebody may present an idea to you, and then you're going to set down the rules. You're going to be like, hey, I understand what you're telling me, but this is the deal. This is how I'm going to take your offer or what you're presenting me seriously. But like I said, for others, there's just going to be some material manifestation, all right? And as a result, you're going to speak your truth, okay? Whatever that means to you. But let's clarify the Ace of Earth for my dear Aries in October. What is this about, dear Aries? You have an interesting month, man. I mean, definitely playfulness is highlighted. So, going into the month, it looks like why are you fighting what is destined to be? Why are you fighting the way the energies are going? That things are going your way. Things are going your way. Why are you fighting it? Right? Let things be, dear Aries, okay? Let's clarify the Ace of Earth. All right, for my dear Aries in October. All right. Again, the Hermit. Come on now. This is the equivalent to the Path Tarot, okay? It's equivalent to the Path Tarot. So, what this tells me, dear Aries, is that, again, you have spent time alone. Enough. Spirit is saying enough time alone. This is going to be the name of your video. Enough time alone. It's time to play. I think I'm going to name the video that. If it's not that, I changed my mind. All right? Okay? You spent time alone. You're manifesting. Something manifested. Somebody made an offer. You received an offer. You made an offer. You're in the first season of manifestation. And you are, all right, conditioning. You are setting that standard. You are molding that clay, all right? You are saying, I am going to get what I want in this life. I am powerful. I am strong. I can be who I want to be. I can do what I want to do. Nobody can stop me. But this was a direct result. In this reading is telling me it's a direct result of that going inside internally. You have spent a lot of time there. A long time. For some of my dear Aries, this has been months. For some of my Aries, this could have even been years. But now you're coming out of that place, okay? You've gotten new ideas and you're ready to engage the world, okay? Another evolving energy I have is the Seven of Air. And this is politics. It's very interesting because we're in a heavily political stage. Although in your particular instance, dear Aries, I don't think that politics has much to do with this, okay? You have X-ray vision, okay? X-ray vision is something that you have at this stage in your life. Anything that may have fooled you in the past, you see things clearly the way they are. All of that time of reflection, of self-reflection, that time of meditation, it is paid off. and you're able to see things for what they are and not what you wish for them to be. And so this also applies to yourself. You see instances where maybe you wore a mask and you know, maybe put on a face that you weren't really feeling, okay? And as a result, you know, maybe you didn't get the things that you really wanted. And so you're just not having that anymore. Seven of Aries is also about conflict, okay? It's about, you know, deceit, all right? And, you know, in the veil or of illusion being ripped away, and you're no longer disillusioned. You're no longer seeing things the way that they aren't. You're seeing things the way that they are. In the instance that you know, you weren't looking for that, or it's something that you know, that you thought was good and you may have engaged in, you know, there's just a sense of freedom. I feel that you're like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not in that situation anymore. I'm getting that. Let's clarify, dear Spirit, the Seven of Air for my dear Aries in October. Please clarify, dear Spirit, the Seven of Air for Aries. Please clarify. Let's see. The Mother of Aries is the Queen of Swords. You see this lady? She's throwing books down, all right? She's throwing books and she's letting the pages flip open and she's like seeing what sticks, all right? This lady, she's trying to find her truth, all right? This definitely is clarification for the Seven of Air. Like, I mean, you can't even get any clearer than that, you know? Perhaps this person has searched various religions. All right, I just want to see if there's another additional message. That's why I pulled out my little book. You know, are there additional messages in regards to the Queen of Air? And that's what this is. The Mother of Air is the Queen of Air. Maybe some of you guys didn't trust the situation and you found out that your intuition paid off and you understand why you felt the way that you did. It says the Mother of Air writes books and creates languages, okay? She builds bridges with words and ideas, helping you communicate more effectively. This is about getting to the truth of the matter. Cutting away the lies, cutting away what we wish to believe and understanding what the truth is of a situation. And that's what you'll find. So anything that has been not so clear to you, dear Aries, understand that, you know, this is the month of, the energy is very conducive for clarity this month, okay? Let's clarify the Mother of Air for dear Aries here in October. And I'm saying here in October because many of you will be viewing this video in October, okay? Dear Aries, what is this? Ooh. King of Pentacles. Stability. This is about comfort. This is about loyalty. This is about love. This is about a solid foundation. This is getting to the root. Some of you guys, you know, came from a stable or what appeared to be a stable situation and you had to find the truth, all right? You had to communicate and you had to get yourself out of a situation that appeared stable that wasn't necessarily stable, okay? That's what this tells me. It wasn't stable. You sought, you fought, you found, and you're no longer disillusioned about the situation. You understand exactly what it was, whatever that is. You understand whatever it is that is happening in your life as it pertains to somebody, some situation, some job situation, some relationship. You're no longer confused. It appears stable. It's not. I'm ready to move on. I am not going to put that mask on. I'm not putting any blinders on. That's what I get, okay? I'm going to speak my truth. I'm not going down the same paths again. I'm hearing that. Six of Rainbows is the same as Six of Pentacles. Some of you guys may have found conflict and decided, okay, I'm going to compromise. I can compromise. Why not? Right? One thing I have learned in life, dear Aries, is nothing in life is going to be exactly the way that you planned. Okay? I have done things that I thought I why surely if I do things this way, I don't have to worry about this. Let me tell you something. If there's something that you're supposed to overcome in this life, if there's some purpose you're supposed to serve, and you try to circumvent it by doing something absurd as trying to avoid it, it's going to come back in another form until you master it. For example, I'm a very non-confrontational person. And so I decided a long time ago, you know what, I don't need this extra negativity in my life. I'm going to circumvent it. I'm going to live my life this way so I can avoid drama. And then guess what happened? Other people's drama came into my life. And I still had to learn and try to learn and master conflict resolution, which is something I was trying to avoid. So nonetheless, whatever it is that you're trying to avoid in life, sometimes you have to find that compromise, all right? And understand that, you know, avoiding negativity, for example, isn't about avoiding certain people or avoiding certain circumstances. It's learning how to deal with conflict, okay? Because conflict is all around us, you know? You can't just avoid it all your life, you know? And, you know, that's just one example, but, you know, I just, sometimes you can't do anything but laugh, because I'm like, as hard as I try to avoid these scenarios and they come to me, I don't get it. Like, why? I'm trying to avoid it, consciously trying to avoid it, right? It's not a bad thing. It's something that I need to conquer and I need to master in this life. I'm here for a reason. You're here for a reason, okay? So just remember that when you run into situations like that, okay? This card kind of flipped in the pile, so I'm going to go with it. It's the Yule. This is actually equivalent to the Death Tarot. Okay, something had to die in your past. Something had to be buried beneath the ice. Okay, that's what this is about. This is about new beginnings. This is about transformation. All right, you had to change something about yourself, something about your situation, something about your circumstances, something about your environment. It had to be buried. It had to go beneath the ice. And as a result, you've learned to compromise in life. You've learned to say, okay, these are the things I'm willing to deal with. These are the things I'm not. And in those instances where there's some gray areas, I'm willing to compromise this far in regards to them. Some of you guys have learned how to really balance what it is that you want, what it is you don't want in this life. You've learned how to balance things within yourself. And that's amazing to me, okay? So the Yule is about burial. It's about transformation. It's about seeds brimming beneath the surface. It's about being able to compromise the lesser things that are of importance for the greater good. Yeah, sacrifice even. In some instances, you have to sacrifice. There's some instances you're going to have to sacrifice. If you run into, you know, that type of situation, again, see, this is really the Death Tarot just flipped, okay? So this tells me, dear Aries, that this message is on point for you, okay? You had to change something fundamentally, okay? Had to change in your life in the past, okay? An ending, and because the Death Tarot came up twice in different renditions, it's telling me that this is an internal change. This is a change within the spirit. This is more transformative, okay? This change had to happen in order for you to compromise, all right? And be able to connect, maybe, okay, so some of my Aries, maybe there was somebody who was in plain sight in a love situation, okay? You didn't see this person initially because you had your blinders on, all right? It was just the way that you were. And as such, this person always stayed in the background. This is for somebody, not all of my Aries, but somebody this happened to, because I'm feeling it very strongly. So this person stayed in the background, you know, for a very long time. And now the differences that you perceived in the past are no longer so significant, because something within you that wasn't healthy for you changed. And as a result, you were able to come out and you're able to compromise. You see how these guys or gals, they have their pinkies connected and touching each other. they're like, man, the whole time we've been around each other, and we had no idea the connection that we have. And I'm able to compromise, and I see you differently, and I don't have those limitations, and I've ended those limitations because now I want to appreciate and enjoy what it is that we have discovered, which we've always had with each other. We just didn't know how to manifest it, and now we're going to manifest it because this is what we both want. And wow, so some of you guys have some new situations coming up on the horizon, you know, new renewal. Some of you guys have reconciliation coming up on the horizon, something material, all right? And it's going to be the direct result of an ending, some type of ending that happened in your recent to distant past, okay? You're not disillusioned. You know what you want. That's over half the battle, okay? When you get to that point in life, all right? You're playful, okay? You may have come into the month fighting feelings, and you're not willing to leave the month that way. You're willing to compromise. If you are, dear Aries, in a situation where you're like, say, in a marriage or a relationship and you've been in a disagreement, it looks like the energies are favoring reconciliation. It looks like the energies are favoring compromise in the situation, all right? If you're in a situation, dear Aries, where you're not sure what somebody feels about you, understand that, you know, your gut never lies to you. You know, sometimes we are disillusioned by our emotions, by things that happened in our past, mainly by our fears, all right? But any type of discomfort that may come from the inside of you consistently, you know the difference. And, you know, Spirit has a way of showing signs. Trust me, the veil is going to come down. You won't be disillusioned for long if you're coming into the month feeling that way. If you keep your eyes open, you're going to see the truth. Look, look through the mist, find the mystery. This is the oracle I'm pulling for you. You're not disillusioned. This is definitely confirming the 7 of air, right? Politics. You're not disillusioned anymore, okay? You're going to see through the fog. You're going to see something that you may have always been around you, but you're just now taking notice now, okay? You're not disillusioned anymore, right? You're not fighting that feeling that you've always felt on the inside, all right? This is a very interesting reading. It says, don't cloud your judgment with doubt. Believe. The secret of divine creation is within you. The goddess is waiting to help you manifest your dreams. This is definitely a good way to wrap up your reading, okay? Because you're being playful, you're speaking your truth, you're not disillusioned, and you're compromising. And you're seeing things for what they are. And from what I can tell, it reeks with physical manifestation in your life this month, dear Aries. So some of you guys have some beautiful new beginnings on the horizon. So, you know, I very excited for you guys. I think this is a beautiful reading for you. And I'm happy that you were my first for the month of October. Really excited. I've been really moved to start putting my videos out again. If you guys are curious as to where I have been for over a year, you should check out my video about what in the world was. It's something that I put out this year. Kind of just doing a random reading on current day events, and I'm catching everybody up on what's happened or where I've been over the past year. Had some changes that happened in my life. Beautiful, you know, changes, but things happen very quickly, and so I kind of had to put, you know, this stuff on the back burner after, you know, creating my website, you know, doing some things that I know that were led by Spirit. I kind of had to put a lot of stuff on the back burner, and now I'm realizing that my happiness lies in following my passions, you know, and I'm ready to get back in and get engaged with that, because that's where I'm going to find my purpose fulfillment. And this is part of it. So I'm happy that I'm able to, you know, read for you guys. And I look forward to seeing you in November. Until next time, much love and many blessings to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe and check out my website. I haven't updated it lately, but you can still check out some things. I have a fun runes game. You can also follow Twin Flame Love Journey on Facebook. Again, until next time, much love and many blessings.